What's up, everybody, and welcome to It's Not Just Lunch Changing. It's not just life changing. It's also lunch changing. I'm TD, and this is TD's Brew and Barbecue. Today, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to knock out an orange chicken rice bowl with some grilled veggies in it. You like those Chipotle bowls, those teriyaki bowls? You can do this. You can use any variation of barbecue sauce. The atomic pineapple is fantastic in this situation right here, because then you can put that nice chunky pineapple on the top. But today I'm going to show you guys a new one. I'm going to show you guys a little spin on the OG sauce, and we're going to make an orange chicken barbecue sauce. So I can't wait to show you guys this one. You're going to love it. So if you do meal prep, or if you want to looking for a quick and easy weeknight meal after soccer practice or anything like that, I'm TD, and this is TD's Brew and Barbecue. Thank you guys for joining. It's doing a little bit of difference on the way I'm going to produce the content lately. I got Robbie back here helping me out. He's volunteered to do this. Make sure you guys keep him busy. Send him some loads of questions. Make sure you're in the chat, letting everybody know that you're here and you're representing. You love to put some TDs in your face. So here we go. Let's get started. So everybody knows I do the Carne Sutra brine, or the marinade, for my chicken. So I've already prepped my chicken. I'm going to grab it out of the fridge, and I'm going to show you. We're going to get some on some skewers here. So I took a couple pounds of chicken breast, and I did the Carne Sutra brine. So if you take a look here, this is Carne Sutra and water that I've used as a marinade. Let me get a close up on that one there, Robbie, so we can see this here. And as a marinade, so we got Carne Sutra and water. I've used beer. And on this one, I actually put a little bit of smoked pickle juice, like the spicy smoked pickle juice in there. I'm not going to use all of these today. I'm just going to make about 2 or 3 skewers. We're going to get it on the Napoleon. It is hot and heavy right now. It is screaming smoke, cleaning off all that shit from the other day. So let's get started on these real quick while I got that Napoleon heating up. All right. So let's see here, man. How's everybody doing today? It is Wednesday. We are high noon, well, 12:30, somewhat like that. And so we got a lot going on this weekend. I hear there's still a football game for some people who don't believe that it's baseball season. So one thing too, here at my house and here in the Sanctuary of Satisfaction, the chicken and rice bowl with grilled veggies is one of the most popular items that I make here at TD's Brew and Barbecue. And you know what I just realized? I didn't center my camera. My camera's a little off today, so I'll move it over here in just a moment. I didn't center it yet, but I'm going to reach in and look at this. This is a really nice piece of marinated chicken with Carne Sutra and spicy smoked pickle juice. And I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to grab me about a dozen or so pieces, just some pretty good chunks. And like this is what I did is I cut the chicken breast into thirds, and then I cut it into smaller pieces again, and then I went through and I cut it one more time. So again, not all meat is treated fairly. Some meat may be bigger than the others, but it's not the size of the meat. It's how the flavor hits your mouth. All right, so let's see here. Get one more of these. Let me get a pretty good size one there, because it's not the size of the meat. It's the flavor, how the flavor hits your mouth, right? Close this up. And I'm going to put this back in my fridge later on tonight or even tomorrow. This is going to be great for another meal. And I do have some other chicken breasts that all I did is I cut them into thirds, and I have them in there as well in the fridge in the Carne Sutra brine. And on these, I use the jalapeno lime Carne Sutra for the brine on these. And you can use the spicy Carne Sutra. It works just as well. You still get the same great taste, and it's just the texture of your chicken is completely different. when you use the Carne Sutra brine versus when you just season it and then grill it. So even if you do it for 20 minutes, even if you do it overnight, it doesn't matter how long, as long as you get it done and get that chicken in that Carne Sutra and let that Carne Sutra do its thing and make love to your meat. All right. So what I like to do here, take your piece of chicken and you're going to skewer it just like this. And then you're going to fold it in half. So that way you kind of get it like you do picanha on a spit. So, and it doesn't matter how big it is, as long as you can fold it in half, you should be able to get through here. And what this does is this helps keep the chicken stable on it. And then what I do is I rotate each piece. So this piece, and then I rotate it. Again, smaller pieces like to go next to bigger pieces. It kind of helps keep it to allow it to cook a little bit more evenly. So we're going to put this one in here. So if you get it here, just any bit of the tension that you can put on it is going to help. And I love doing this with steak. I love doing this with pork. I would probably say that chicken skewers are probably one of my favorites. Chicken skewers, pretty much anything on a skewer. I feel like it just cooks so different. And you get such a great char and such a great cook on the outside that it's so much better than not having it. Let's see if I can get one more. If I get one more piece on there, probably won't have enough room. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shape it out. And you can see, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful little chicken skewer. All right. And man, that Napoleon is just burning off all that stuff from the other day. The chicken legs, right? Or what did I cook the other day? Oh, it was the short ribs. That's right. So yeah, it's all that pork fat and everything underneath there. We're almost through the smoke. All right. So again, put it on there. Line that skewer up. And if you want to use dark meat, you can totally use dark meat. It's fantastic as well. I am just a fan of the breasts. More a fan of the breasts than I am the thighs. Although I do love me some good, juicy, thick, juicy thighs. All right. Cool. We almost got these ready to go on the grill. Here we go. Perfect. I'm going to spread that out just a little bit. Get that one last little tiny piece on here. And if it falls off, guess what? Chef bonus. That's how you prepare for the chef bonus. Look at these guys. Man. Pretty sweet, right? Like little lightsabers. Oh, I don't want to get too nerdy on everybody. All right. So I'm going to set it back up here. Let's give these guys just a little shake here of the Carne Sutra before we go out and check on that grill. And I'm just going to hit it with just a tiny bit of Carne Sutra. They've already seasoned it, just a tiny bit. I'm going to flip it over and get the other side. And I just want something to help kind of develop that crust a little bit more on the outside. Oh yeah, and that's the Carne Sutra, but that's the Carne Sutra. Got to get down on that Carne Sutra. That's the secret. That's the secret. It doesn't matter what you're doing. That is the secret, is the Carne Sutra. Toss those in the trash. All right, let's take these over here to the grill. How's everybody doing today, Robbie? We got any questions? Do we have any emails come in? Like we set that email up, or I told everybody to send me an email if they had any questions or if they had any recipes. You can send it to Terrell Dunlap at tdsbrewandbarbecue.com. Definitely check that out. Whoops. Guess what I didn't do, Robbie? I didn't put up my second mount. We were too busy trying to make sure everything was perfect that I forget certain things. That's okay. We got it though. All right. How's this? Here we go. Perfect, right? Doing pretty good. Got a good one right there. All right, we're at about 600 degrees. We are hot and heavy today. Let's see here. Did you get that comment, Robbie? I can't hear you if you got your mic on. I saw something roll across the bottom of the screen. Hey. Do you share? Yeah.
Yeah, Denise from Lubbock sent in an email earlier this week. Do you share your recipes? And if so, where can we find them?
I do share my recipes. You can definitely check out all of my recipes, mainly on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, here on Facebook. I try to put all the recipes with all the videos. Sometimes I get a little behind. And if you see something on my page that doesn't have the recipe, send me a message and I'll get you that recipe, I promise. And that way we can make sure, and then I'll probably edit it so that way other people can get that recipe. But definitely check that out. Any of the social media pages, make sure you're following us on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and don't forget, we just signed up for X. I haven't got any content on there yet, but definitely follow us on X if you're one of those people that use X. But if not, just go to tbsp.barbecue.com, makelovetoyourmeat.com, and put some TDs in your face. You can get any of the recipes that are on there, and they have links to the corresponding videos as well. So right on. So thank you, Denise. I appreciate you sending that question in. And so I got my Napoleon doing pretty good here. Let me grab my, where's I coming to get? Oh, yeah, I was coming
Mike from Tucson sent one in. Do you have any events coming up? And if so, what are the locations?
Oh, do we have an event, man? That's great. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Thank you for sending that email in. The content, or I'm sorry, the event that I got coming up next is at the end of February. It's actually, I think it's the first couple of days of March. I'm gonna have to look, but it is the annual Fiery Food Show. Anybody who loves barbecue sauce or loves hot sauce or anything like that, you got to come and check it out. Well, I'll be live probably all weekend while I'm there. 15 to 20,000 people a day come through there. It is a monster of a festival in our industry. That is where the Scovia Awards come from, which we have a ton of those. We have 48 Taste Awards in the 4 years, and most of them are all Scovia Awards. But yeah, you guys definitely got to come check it out. I think it's March 1st. It's the first week in March. I think it might be around the 3rd. Somewhere right there, 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 1st, 2nd, 3rd, something like that. I can't remember. It's always the first weekend in March, but you got to come check it out. We will have specials there and everything else. So it's such a great time. You get to walk around, sample thousands of different hot sauces. I know a couple guys that are actually on Hot Ones or that have been on Hot Ones are actually going to be there. You guys check out my boy Sam at Sam Sauce. He's actually on the new season of Hot Ones with his Smokey J smoked jalapeno hot sauces. It's phenomenal. So you guys got to check that out as well. But yeah, the Fiery Food Show, it's annual, comes around every year. Most people that come, they start coming back every single year. So we'll definitely got to get.
One last question. Victor in Reno, Nevada. If I made an order today, when would the product ship?
You back there? Can you hear me, Robbie?
Yeah, we lost contact. Victor from Reno, Nevada. If I made an order today, when would the product ship?
If you made an order today, the product would actually, ship at 5 p.m. today. So let me get this. It would actually ship by 5 p.m. today. So let me get my headphone for some reason why it disconnected from my phone. It should be connected, right? Are we good?
I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Let me see. Let me get my Bluetooth connected here. Damn. Why did we disconnect on my headphone?
Disconnected on that video too.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Now we're good? All right, cool. Yeah, I had my headphone for some reason disconnected from my phone. So let's see. Hey, Ruben, Big Rome, what's up, my dude? Visit Clowns of Fire. Yes, visit Clowns on Fire as well. Those guys are awesome. I always give them shit. Damn clowns. They're funny, man. I always give them shit, man. I run by there and I'm like, oh, what are you stupid clowns doing? What are you clowns doing? They're such great guys, man. I love them. So I hit my grill with some duck fat. I got these cast iron grates. And so what I'm going to do, these two chicken skewers are going to cook pretty fast. And so are my veggies. So I'm going to put my veggies on there here in just a moment, as soon as I put this meat down. All right. So I'm sitting at about 500 degrees. They're going to get pretty warm right now. So I'm going to put my biggest side, my fattest side. Check out these skewers, man. I got to get a tent or something to cover up that light, but listen to the sound when you put that meat down, baby. And what I like to do is go about 2 minutes per side, and I like to rotate it all 4 sides. And usually by then, you're going to be pretty close to being finished with, not just finished, but close to the finishing temperature. So while I'm here, let's go ahead and move back over here, and let's prep our veggies real quick. It's going to be real quick, real easy prep on the veggies. I've already done my prep on my asparagus. So I got my asparagus here, and I've already broken it down. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them into thirds here in just a moment. I have here a bag of carrots, baby carrots, and then I have here one of the bags of fresh green beans. I love the fresh green beans. They're so great on the grill. Same with the asparagus and the baby carrots. So I'm gonna take, this is one package of the fresh green beans. I've rinsed them off. They're the what is it? The microwave in the bag green beans. That's basically all it is. Or you can pick up the fresh ones in the bushel. And then these are the baby carrots. And I like to do one bag versus one bag. It's usually pretty simple. I don't do a lot of measurements on a ton of stuff because it's all going to get eaten at some point. So it's not anything that's going to drive me really crazy. And if you want, dry those carrots off. If you don't want to, you don't have to, because we're just going to hit them with a little bit of oil or duck fat, and then we're going to mix it up, hit them with some Carne Sutra, and we're going to put them up on the grill. Let's see here. Has it been about 2 minutes? Yeah, it probably has. So let's come over here real quick. I'll give you guys a close-up of the chicken skewers real quick. Those looking pretty good. And then now let's flip them real quick. So it's been about 2 minutes on the 2 minutes. So we're going to look and see how our char is. Looking, got some pretty decent little char marks on there. And I'm going to flip it. I'm not looking to cook everything. I'm just looking to get, hold on, there we go. I'm just looking to get some marks on it. But because at some point it is going to finish up once we turn it all the way around. All right. So let's cut up these asparagus, or this asparagus. Like I said, I've washed it off and I've already broken them. And what you do is you take the asparagus and you actually hold it by the top and you pull it back, and whatever breaks, that's what you get to keep. Whatever the other end, you get to throw it away. And so what I do here is just grab a handful of these guys, and I like to give them 3 cuts, just like that. And I put them in here with my carrots and my green beans. And just cut these asparagus into thirds. That way they're around the same length and the same size as the baby carrots are. That's just kind of what I try to do. Get everything the same one. The baby carrots, I mean, I don't know if they're actually baby carrots. I actually believe they're just regular carrots and they just trim them down. Kind of feel like that's what baby carrots are. I mean, because I've never seen a baby carrot that looked that big.
We lost sound. Can you hear me? We lost sound.
Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me, Robbie?
I can hear you
All right.
now.
Sorry, man. Damn, dude, I don't know what the hell's going on, dude. Maybe it's the what if I have the Wi-Fi on my phone? Let me check. And if I do, I'm gonna turn it off. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I was
Brian
gonna. I think what's
hogging all
happened
that
is
internet.
what's that?
Brian Urlacher's hogging all that internet speed.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's get to making this sauce real quick. So what I got here, I'm gonna take some of the OG sauce. This is the Teaspoon Barbecue Original Sauce, and then I'm gonna take some orange marmalade, and then a little bit of orange juice. So about a quarter of a cup of orange juice. If you have fresh orange juice and you want to use a fresh orange, go ahead. You can zest it as well, and you can add a little bit more flavor in there if you'd like. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my orange juice. This is about, like I said, about a quarter to a half a cup maybe. And that's only because I don't have a ton of OG sauce today. I only have what's left in this bottle. I'm going to dump it in here with it. So this is going to be a little thin until, come on, get all that OG sauce. You don't want to waste it. Not today. Not today. All right. Don't worry. We'll make more. If you use all the OG sauce, we will make more. I'm going to take about one, maybe two pretty good spoonfuls of this orange marmalade. And look at this orange marmalade. It is absolutely delicious. It already has lots of zest in it. Yeah, let's get a little bit more. Already has a lot of zest and stuff in there. And what we're going to do is I'm going to mix it together. Now, if you guys are going to say like, that looks pretty similar, or that's going to be pretty similar in taste and texture and everything else, well, that's probably because it's going to be very similar to the atomic pineapple. It's just going to basically be an orange version. Whoops, making a splash. And you just want to get all that jelly from that marmalade to break up. And then we're going to put it back on the grill. Now you can use this as a stir fry sauce. My pops uses this as a stir fry sauce that he uses for fried rice. All right. So let's go put that on the grill. Get it hot. Let's rotate our skewers. Let's stir up our veggies. And man, we are almost done with these, dude. They're not going to last very long. All right. Can you still hear me, Robbie?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, cool. So, all right. So now let's flip these guys. I'm back on the grill. All right, cool. So let's flip these over to the last side. We should have one side left. That needs some, oh, look at that. Those skewers are so good. It's so juicy. That's the thing. I'm telling you, your Carne Sutra is so much different when you brine your chicken in that Carne Sutra. Yeah, listen to the sound when you put those veggies down. Just mix them up. That's all we got to do. And I think last time, if I'm not mistaken, I might have added a little bit of the bacon washed bourbon to these bad boys. And if I say that because I'm out of it. So I'm not sure if everybody is interested, but I am sold out of the bacon wash bourbon. So I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit more. I'm going to let this sauce get really nice. That's a pretty good looking sauce right there. You guys see that sauce? The chunks from the orange. I'm going to put it here. Let's taste it. Ooh, that's solid. That's ready. All right, put it on right now. All right. Let's see here. Let's check the temperature. We're looking for 165 in the chicken. We are about 125 in the fattest and the deepest part, 130. Cool. So I'm going to crank up my heat now that I've got a good sear mark on each side. And we're just going to cook them. Same here with the veggies. see here how this, oh, not quite because it's not breaking. It's just warm. That is so good. Those green beans are badass. Man, you're just kind of steaming these green beans, getting a little bit of char on that asparagus and those carrots. All right, we'll let these go for just a moment here. And now these carrots and green beans, I've also used these on steak skewers. Use it as a side, really. Oops. Done it as a side, really. So I'm gonna hit them with a little bit of that bacon washed bourbon. Like I said, I'm sold out of it. Check around for it. Maybe you're back around about Christmas or so. This stuff. It's more. I was gonna call it happy ending because it's such a great finishing dust for really anything. And that's what I use, like whenever I do my pork butts. Like this is one of the things I do is I hit them with the bacon washed bourbon about the last hour or so, and it really starts to get a nice caramelization on the top of those pork butts. So everybody else doing okay there, Robbie? What we got? Let's check on our Instagram real quick. Yes, sir. I'm just cleaning up in here real quick. Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right. So I gotta say yesterday, while I'm waiting on these, I gotta say what I did yesterday. I actually had the privilege of doing something that was actually like one of the best. Shoot, man, it was such a great thing for me, actually, because of what I got to do. I was invited to attend, or actually not attend. I was actually invited to give a guest lecture yesterday at the high school in Hobbs, New Mexico, as a. Oh, those carrots are awesome. Let me stop eating so I can tell my story. All right, so anyways, I'm about 425 degrees right now. Just going to keep checking that chicken. But so I had to give three 90-minute lectures yesterday to groups of high school students who were in the culinary department. So that was actually really cool because every one of those kids already has more culinary training than I have ever had. So that was pretty cool. And so they were asked to take notes. And one of the most common notes that was on there, I saw them after the classes, was we have more culinary experience than him. So it was actually pretty cool. And I did have a couple students. I had one student doodle a little image of me up there teaching the class with my Instagram handles and stuff on the back. It was pretty cool. So check out the feed on Facebook and Instagram. I put those on there yesterday. But yeah, man, that was something that I never thought I would ever actually be doing, would be teaching a class of high school kids, and they're all listening. They all sat there and listened. Nobody was falling asleep. Nobody was falling asleep. Nothing else like that. So it was pretty cool. And so did your son, Robbie, did your son tell you that he saw me yesterday?
Yeah, when he came home from school, he said he saw you there. He goes over there for auto shop, but he said he saw you up in there.
So that's the thing that is the best thing about you should have told him next time he sees me, you better say hi, because I didn't even notice him. But what I'm saying is that program is like the greatest program, I don't know, that I could ever imagine. That building is so sick, man. It is awesome over there. And I walked in and it was like one of the greatest things ever, because I just couldn't believe that like these kids are actually having to go through this training. And what the other thing that's cool is that they have hospitality there as well. So they have kids taking a hospitality class that teaches customer service and hospitality. And so what they do is they actually, those kids actually run the concession stand or the cafe there So we're about 145, run the cafe there. And yeah, the other kids purchase lattes or muffins and snacks and stuff like that through it. So it's actually really cool, a really cool deal that they're actually doing there. And then, of course, this week they're doing Super Bowl snacks for their grades. And so I left them all my seasonings and the pickles and everything. And they're like, can we use these? I'm like, absolutely. You guys want to know where to get ideas for your tailgating snacks? I'm like, here's my Instagram, here's my TikTok, here's my Facebook, here's my YouTube, and here is my Chevelle account on Instagram. So if you guys want to follow my car account is on Instagram. It's at 67 SICS7 _ Chevelle. Definitely check that out. But that's the reason why I'm here. And that was one of the things that I talked to them about, was doing visions and turning your vision into reality. So instead of me just talking about my products, I actually basically taught a class about vision and turning your vision into reality by creating your recipe and using the recipe as how you execute your vision. And so I actually did a pretty cool thing, asking them to make a cake. Draw a cake, and like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are getting married and they want you to make a cake for them. And, and it was kind of like this. It was a really cool thing. I think I did pretty good. I'm not just tooting my own horn, but I think I did pretty good in it. Man, I need the auto shop guys to let me come over there when I get my car.
I'll have my son make a connection for you. So you can get that car.
Well, I had lunch. I had lunch with them yesterday, and that's what I told him. I'm like, dude, you got to have me come back for your class. So, because that's my background is automotive. That's what I did before. This was automotive. I worked for Toyota for almost 12 years. What did I do with my brush that I had for my sauce?
C-Tech is probably one of the best things that's come to Lee County.
Oh, I guarantee you, as far as training wise for high school, that is like one of the greatest things that I've ever seen. And that place is so badass. Like, it is unreal how awesome that place actually is.
Oh yeah.
I was pretty impressed back in the day. And my sauce isn't going to get thick enough yet. But I was pretty impressed back in the day when I didn't have enough OG sauce. Pretty impressed back in the day when I went to the asset program. It wasn't the Ford asset program. It was something automotive technical training school there at the junior college when I was in high school. So we would get on the bus. All right, so this is the test bottle that I have here. It's in plastic. So, but we would get on the bus every day at lunch, and we would ride the bus 25 miles, and we would go to that school. And it was like a 3-hour block at the end of the day. And that was the only automotive training I had here. And then I moved away to Phoenix and went to a different automotive school after that. So that's been my background, is automotive. So another reason why I was such a car freak, probably that. I'm just going to try to thicken my sauce up a little bit. I don't think I had enough. Yeah. I don't think I had enough OG sauce in here to make it thick enough.
So you know who pushed for that C-Tech, don't you?
No, huh?
So Mike Rowe from, I think that show was called Dirty Jobs. And
oh, really? Oh, Mike Rowe. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he
Dirty
came
Jobs
like 3 years ago and pushed it and said, hey, if you guys build that, I'll come for the ribbon cutting and do a speech and everything.
Dude, that's amazing. And that guy rules, because that's what you should be doing. Like when they talk about, like free college and stuff like that, that's what should be free, man, is technical training like that. Because that right there, like I said, here I am with my brand and everything else that I do. And I've had zero experience in the culinary world, zero training. The closest I ever come to working in a restaurant was taking my tray to the trash. That's the closest I've ever come. No offense to anyone or anybody that's in that industry. It's just something I was never able to get a job doing. And I did. I had a guy one time ask me if I was willing to shave my goatee off while the dude was sitting across from me with the goatee. And I'm like, well, why do you have it if I got to shave it off? I was like 21 or something like that. And he's like, well, it's got to connect. And he just made up some bullshit excuse. And I'm like, whatever, dude. And I never heard back from that guy. But yeah, man, dude, technical training is where it's at and where it should be at. So we're getting here. Let me add a little bit more sauce here. Sorry, guys. I didn't plan on this not being thick, not being to the consistency that I wanted. I thought I had enough OG sauce, but I think it was too much of the orange juice. So I'm going to turn off my heat on my veggies because they're done. And now all I'm going to do, let's make sure that these guys are hitting their mark. So this is 155.
Randall wants you to make love to your veggies.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to introduce a veggie when making love to your meat every now and then, Lions fan. Randy is my friend who's a Lions fan. I used to work with Randy at Toyota, so Randy can attest that I was a car guy, and I did actually work for Toyota for quite a while. So that's how I know Randy. Let's see how this is getting. Ooh, that's going to be a good sauce. All right, so my veggies are pretty much done. Let's see how this carrot is. I'm going to try this asparagus. Okay, so the carrots are about the only thing that still need a few more minutes, but I'm just going to close it. I'm going to let this chicken finish, and by the time I finish that chicken, it's probably going to be perfect. I just want to get this sauce on this chicken here. So yeah. So anyways, back to that thing, man. What a great thing. I had the privilege of doing something that I've never actually thought I'd be doing before. But when they called and asked me, and then they're like, legendary local legend or legendary expert, I'm like, wait a minute, guys, this isn't how it goes. But the thing that was pretty cool was the fact is that all these kids actually listened, and they actually kind of actually cared about what I was doing, and it seemed like it at least. But yeah, they were good kids, man. It was pretty awesome. So I can't wait. They asked me to come back at some point and do a live cooking demonstration. So that's probably going to be one thing that I'll do again, probably by the end of the year. They want me to come back and do another one where I actually do a live cooking demonstration for them. And I think what I do then is I will just basically get them to teach them like whenever I told them about the recipe and how we do this is I think that's what I'm going to do is I think I'll have them help me write the script and everything. And then we'll basically just do a live cook right then and right there for the script. All right, so we're gonna a little bit more. I keep looking at them, so that's why my grill won't stay where I want it to, but that's all right. I'm looking at it perfectly the way I need it to go. We are at 165 here, perfect, and I'm about 160 on this end, so it's gonna get hot over there. 156 on that end. Okay, so let's go ahead. Get these guys finished up. Let's make sure this sauce getting thicker. Yeah, nice and warm. It is going to be a little thinner than the OG sauce normally is because of the added ingredients. But if you make it the right way and you add enough original sauce in there, then it's going to be a little bit thicker. And I just got way too much of the orange juice in there, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'll heat it up later, get it to a nice boil, and then if you do that, then you can actually reduce it down. But yeah, it's really great when it starts to reduce down. Okay, so let me turn these up just a little bit more. Get it hot. So again, I'm full speed ahead on the chicken side, and I'm turned off completely on my veggie side. And so let's get man, I was gonna say I can start prepping my bowl real quick, but I really can't. All I can do is put rice in it. All right, did you have any more email questions or anything, Randy? I mean, not Randy, Robbie.
Let me check. I haven't seen anything else as of yet.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions or recipes you'd like to share, or that you'd like to share that you use my products, or some of your favorite recipes that you'd like to see how I can put a different spin on them and help you elevate your grilling game to another level with the help of maybe I can help do some more help you a little bit more on your skewer game. And help you change your recipe a little bit or something like that. If you're just trying to figure it out, I would love to help take a crack at it. 165, 162, 162. I think we're ready, right? I think that's it. Consensus says 162. I think consensus says we are ready, right? All right, so I'm going to move these right here. And I'm going to turn my heat off because I don't need the heat on there. And let's get down on this orange chicken sauce. Put it on those chicken skewers. And you got to paint those pretty little chicken skewers like my man Bob Ross always says. It's the happy little chicken skewers. You got to paint them nice and pretty. Now, again, if this sauce is even thicker, you're going to get a nice stickier of a glaze. But right now, like I said, I didn't quite get my mix in there right, but it's all right. You guys get my gist. And this sauce is fantastic, even the way that it is right now. I mean, I can tell by the color. I can tell by the way that it looks. Let's get you guys a close-up here. There we go, right there. And look at that.
So we just got a comment in from Christian in Ohio asking if you have any chili recipes for those people up in those cold areas.
Chili recipes, do I? Oh man, I got a great chili recipe for you, man. Definitely get to the website, tdsbrewandbarbecue.com. You can get there from makelovetoyourmeat.com, whichever is going to be easier for you to get to. And then I'm going to flip these real quick. And whichever one is going to be easier for you to get to, but check it out. The Two of Everything chili. The Two of Everything chili is my chili recipe I've been making since before, I was like in college whenever I came up with this recipe. And everything pretty much comes from a can. Yes, it has beans in it. Yes, it is fantastic. And I can promise you right now, if you make that chili, nobody is going to know that it came from a can. All right. And look at that. Damn, these things just look good. I like to give them 2 or 3 coats, especially if my sauce turns out to be a little thinner than I like, because I want to build and build and build and build that sticky texture right on the top. We have no heat, so all we're doing is just setting that sauce in, and then we're finishing up these veggies here, which they're just staying warm. There's no heat on this side either. My grill is pretty much completely turned off. Let's go ahead, and as always, make sure you turn your grill off every time you get done using it. It would just eliminate you from having to making the mistake of losing your propane or burning your house down. All right. So let's go here. One more coating on this side. Now, and like I said, one of the best ways is always on the hot side. So every time you flip it and you want to apply your sauce, like this one's a little different. I applied it to that one, but you flip it to the side that's hot and then you apply it. So that way the heat from the food helps it adhere better to the food itself. Damn, these are good. All right. So I'm going to take this sauce off. I'm going to move it over to the side, right over next to where I made that mess the other day. And just to double check, I want to make sure that we are above 165 in every aspect of it. Yeah, that's 165. Yep, 160. Perfect. Cool. All right. So let's get these off of the grill. How's that look? Looking pretty good, right? Yeah, it looks pretty good, right? That stickiness from that orange sauce. Look at that. Pretty fantastic, right? Look at that stickiness. Then I'm gonna let's grab my veggies here. I'm just gonna set them on my little tray here next to my chicken skewers.
So Moncio from Hobbs, who's a sorry-ass Chiefs fan, wants to know if you have a teaser for what's coming Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday.
A teaser for Sunday, huh? What am I going to do, dude? It's not even football season. I don't know what this guy's talking about. I can't do a halftime quick recipe show if it's just football season, if it's not even football season, man. So how does that look right there? So anyways, so I got to tell you, I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. And so Super Bowl Sunday is actually going to be Valentine's Day at my house because my wife takes Valentine's Day very seriously. And so that's what we're going to be doing is Valentine's Day here at my house on Sunday. So when I go live on Sunday, I will be doing my Valentine's Day dinner, and it's going to be a lot longer, probably a little bit longer than it normally will, than it normally is going to, because it's an extravagant dinner. I've been making it since my wife and I started dating. So when my wife and I were dating, this was like the meal that it sealed the deal, man. I got to tell you, this was the meal right here. Sealed the deal. And when it did, then I couldn't shake her after that. Now I'm married. We have 3 kids, dogs. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, this meal sealed the deal. So if you're looking for a great Valentine's Day meal, Sunday, I'm going to show you how to do it. But yeah, man, I will probably be done by the time the Super Bowl starts, if it is something that I choose to watch. But let's go here. But anyways, go Chiefs, I guess. Go Chiefs. Go Niners. Whoever. But here you go. I got some rice here. This is a couple-day-old rice. I make a lot of rice, and I just reheated it here just a minute ago. So I'm going to put me a nice helping of rice in here. Again, this is a meal prep recipe. This is a quick dinner recipe. You can do it however you want. You see, I got a nice bowl of rice here. Don't want to get rid of my fork. Gary, hey, what's up, Gary? Looks awesome. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. You're gonna love it, dude. You're really gonna love it. I promise. You guys got to get down on. You know what I said? I needed my fork, but I don't. Okay, so let's get down in here. When was that coming? Oh, that's what I mean. Grab this and grab this. So we got that orange chicken sauce. I'm gonna drizzle it on the top here in just a moment. It's cooling off, but that's perfect. So what I do, all right, so my pan is good here. So I'm gonna grab me a nice helping of the veggies, my grilled veggies, carrots, asparagus, green beans, all that good stuff in there, right? I'm not really a big fan of carrots, but I will eat them like this all day, man. Get a pretty good helping there. I'm going to get all these green beans out real quick because the green beans are probably going to be the best part. I don't know, maybe the asparagus. Can't make up my mind, right? All right, let's move this over here. All right, so those of you that are vegetarians out there you go. You can stop here. So if you want, you can stop here. You can add in a little bit of a drizzle of the sauce. Oops, sorry, let's get a good picture of that. A little drizzle of that sauce on there, that orange chicken sauce. Yeah. All right. So now we're going to put this here. And this is the reason why I love my chicken skewers, pork skewers, beef skewers, all the skewers, is I like to take it. Now, what you do is you want to grab it by the pointed end of the skewer, because the flat end will actually stand up better instead of it having, I don't know, just a little, it's easier to handle. So, and then what I do is you just find the good char and you just cut it off just like that. Look at how great and how perfect that chicken is cooked inside there. And then I go on the other side and I just cut it down again, just like you would if it was a gyro or al pastor. Now, again, whatever rub you're using, whatever sauce you're using can change this recipe right here, and you can turn it into pretty much whatever you want, which is what we do. Now, and I didn't actually soak my chicken skewers before, which is something that I don't normally do, because I don't normally see that there's an issue with it. But if you do, I think the only thing that's different is that it keeps this from sticking to the stick, because I still have both ends. They didn't burn off. This is going to be great. Put another solid chop on all of our chunky pieces right here.
So chopsticks or no chopsticks?
Oh, they're coming. They're coming. And then I just dump my chicken right on the top of my bowl, just like this. And move that out of the way so you guys can look at this pretty beautiful bowl of chicken, rice, and grilled veggies. I'm going to put me another little drizzle on top of that chicken because this sauce is so good. So good, man. Yeah, orange marmalade, OG sauce. Oh, you know what? I should have put a little bit of soy in there. That was the one thing I had queued up that I forgot. A little bit of soy in there actually can help it. Maybe that's what it was missing the whole time that I was tasting it, going, man, what is wrong? What is wrong? But I think that's what it is. A little bit of soy sauce. But here you go. Toasted sesame seeds. Gotta throw that on there because that's what makes it Asian. That's what my kids say. That's what makes it Chinese, or that's what makes it Asian. You gotta have little sesame seeds on the top. And there you go. How's that look? Looking pretty good. How many of these would you take down, Robbie? How many of these would your kids destroy? That's the question. You guys look at that.
Well,
Pretty fantastic, right?
3 of my 4 boys would probably eat a double helping each.
Yeah. So this is about 1.5 cups of rice, and then 1 chicken skewer. 1 chicken skewer probably going to end up being pretty close to about 6 to 8 ounces of chicken. Yeah, probably somewhere around there, maybe even 10. Maybe even 10 ounces. So, and then the veggies. This is a full meal right here. So let's get down with this. Anybody? You guys know how to use chopsticks? So I've taught my kids. My wife uses her chopsticks a little different, but I've actually taught my kids, and my kids are pretty legit at using their chopsticks. So let's see if I can get a pretty good rake in here. Here, going with that carrot. Well, look at that chicken. Damn. And look at that minute rice.
Randall says that's so much better than P.F. Chang's.
Hell yeah, it is, man. And it's even healthier too. I'm telling you, dude. I mean, your food and everything is going to be so much better when you start making it yourself. And that's how I figured it out. That's how I've learned. Man, as long as you just start making it yourself, man, I'm not doing very well with these chopsticks. But anyways, everybody, thank you guys for joining me every week. Let me put some more of this orange chicken sauce or this orange sauce in here. Damn, I think I need more. I don't know how. I may have just dumped this whole thing inside here and just drink it like a shake. But yes. So put some TDs in your face, everybody. Get to makelovetoyourmeat.com. I'm TD, and this is TD's Brew and Barbecue. Join me every week. Every Wednesday. You hear that crunch? That's the green bean. That is still the green bean. That crunch is the green bean. That's the asparagus. Still has some great crunch. But I'm TD, and this is TD's Brew and Barbecue. Thank you guys for watching. Join me every week. Wednesdays, 12:30 Mountain Standard Time, and Sundays, 12:30 Mountain Standard Time. For it's not just life changing, it's also lunch changing. Thanks, everybody. See you next week. I'm going to make Robbie watch me.